phones even work, but I'm going to be showing you my Elvis collection because, as most of you know on my YouTube channel, I collect a lot of Elvis. So I might start with my movies just because why not? So I have, um, actually, we're gonna change that. Let's just start with the smaller cards because um, I think we'll just get on to the big stuff later. So I collect these like mini cards, and each of them are different, and I think it's really cool. So we have his Jailhouse Rock card. We have, I think this one is from the show Spin Out, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Some of these are damaged, but it's fine. I'm not sure when this was, but there's that card. And then I have two of his army cards. They're really cool. And then there's this card, that card, and that's just the last three. So those cards are really cool. I got them at the I think it's called the flea market. Yeah, I got them at the flea market, and the guy was really nice to give me some of the damaged ones. I don't really care if they're damaged because they're still Elvis and Elvis is Elvis. So I'm just gonna put those there. And then my grandma, she got me this, and these are actually used in Las Vegas to mix your drinks. And I'm not sure how old this is, but it's a really cool thing. So thank you, Grandma. Thank you. And so I was surfing the web one day and I got bored, so I just decided to look up some cute items. And I found this music box, and it's his Can't Help Falling in Love song. It has the lyrics and it plays, and it's super cute. I think it was $7, pretty sure, but I think it was a really good deal. It's a little smaller than what it said online, but yeah, so that's really cute if you're looking to give someone a Christmas present. And then I also found this at the supermarket, and these are Love Me Tender mints. I don't, why is my camera not focusing? Anyways, they're Love Me Tender mints. The guy that sold them to me, he said they were about 70 or 60 years old. They've never been opened, and they do look pretty old, but they're really cool. They're like $2, I think, but you know. And then they have the little logo on the back, so it is verified, so they're not just a ripoff. And then, oh, hold on. I went to the bookstore the other day, and somebody bought this book, and they never came back for it, so I decided to buy it, and now it's in my hands. It's a picture book about Elvis's life, so let me just open it up real quick. And they just show little pictures and have a, how do you say it? They just describe his life, basically. It's a really neat book. I do recommend it. It's really cute. And then I went to the supermarket, and I also found his Tribute to Elvis book. And this was his 20th anniversary special. It was only $5, but I do think these are like $20 each. Let me open it up. I have it in a cover because I don't really want it to be damaged. So here's the front. It has like a little holographic image. I don't know if it shines too good on this, but it's like rainbow. And if you open it, it has his tribute, and it's basically his life story. Let me find a better page. Like this, and it just shows images and basically his past and how he got to where he was. Okay. And then I found this TV guide also at the flea market. If you're looking to find some stuff, I do recommend the flea market because they have a lot of antique stuff there. Found an old TV guide. This was from, I think it's 2020, 21. It's pretty recent, but it's still pretty cool to find. So it was a really good find at the flea market. And my grandma, she did go to Graceland when she was younger, so she got me this Graceland postcard. It's a really neat. I've never been to Graceland just because they increased the prices now, but I do recommend going because I hear it's like a really great experience if you do get to go. So I've always wanted to go, but I think you should go and check it out. So next, let me find my stickers. Okay, I made some stickers. They're just homemade, just because I was bored. I made that one. My handwriting is a little messy, but that's okay. And I also made the blue suede shoes, Viva Las Vegas, and I just made some other ones, like Wooden Heart. I think my favorite is probably the Jailhouse Rock one. It's really cute. Love it. And then we're just going to move on to CDs, and then we'll get to all the bigger stuff after. Hold on. I'm really trying not to break my stand because it's glass, and it's fine. We're just not going to talk about that. So we got this one. I have a lot of different CDs. I don't think I have doubles, but don't quote me on that because I don't know, and I just dropped them all in my record box. But we have this one, and Elvis 30 number one hits. This is a really good one because it has most of his songs on the back. Then we have his super hits, his Christmas album. Not really sure what this one is, but that one's also a really cool cover, so I figured I'd get it. And then a legendary performer and very best of love. I also have more. I have to get it. This one I also found at the bookstore. It was really neat. It's the greatest jukebox hits, and if you open it, it's kind of just like a jukebox, like the name. And you open it up, and it has all of his songs. This one I also found at the bookstore. It's like a 2-pack, as you can see. There's 2 CDs inside, and it's The World of Elvis, and I think it's pretty cool. This one I found at a really huge antique mall. I'm not sure if it's a CD or a movie or what it is, but it's An Afternoon in the Garden. This one, it's the 20th anniversary, so just like the book I showed you, I haven't opened it. Half-price books. Pretty neat. I do think I have a duplicate of this one. Sun Sessions, Golden Records, and then I'm not sure what this is, but it's also really cool. Some more. Oh, I guess I did have a duplicate of this one, but that's fine. More the merrier. There's this one. His church albums. I love his church albums. I think my favorite is probably Swing Down Sweet Chariot or Walk That Milky White Way. There's some really good songs, so I think you should listen to them. Just saying. Then there's this one. Another ultimate gospel song. His gospel songs are really good because he was originally born in Mississippi and he grew up around gospel, so I think you should listen to that too. Legendary performer. Karaoke hits. There's 40, so there's a lot of his songs on there. And my last CD, I think, pretty sure, is his worldwide hits. So that's really cool. I think I have over 20 CDs. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, got tape on my finger. Oh, okay. And now I'm going to move on to my, what do you call it? I don't know what you put these in. VHS, that's what it's called. I found this one at Goodwill. It was actually a really good find because I don't ever find any Elvis stuff at Goodwill. But I did find it sitting there, so that was a really lucky find. Then I went to a thrift store the other day, and I found this one. And then, I forgot where I found this. I think I found this at the antique mall, but I found that one. These all go to VHS too, so it's really cool. Then I found this one, and Elvis on Tour. So I have 5 of those. Yeah, I have 5 of those right now, and they're really cool to collect. So, now we're gonna move on to movies. I do have a lot of movies actually, so let me pull them out. Hold on a minute. Okay, so I went to the bookstore Friday. I found this one. I also found an Elvis documentary. We found all of these that I'm showing you, we did find at Half Price Books. So we found this one. This was my first Elvis movie I watched. Viva Las Vegas is fine. Don't know why he keeps calling. Anyways, so Viva Las Vegas, it's a really good movie. Do recommend it. This is another documentary. I haven't gotten to watch this one yet, so I'm not sure what it's like, but looks pretty interesting. So I think you should watch it. Jailhouse Rock, another good one, good classic. We got Blue Hawaii, that's also another good one. Love Me Tender, this was one of his first movies. We have another documentary. Change of Habit was his last movie. I think it was his 31st movie he made. One of his last ones. Paradise Wine Style. You have that one. That one was alright, I guess. Not my favorite. GI Blues was definitely a favorite. That was one of his highest sellers. It Happened at the World's Fair. There's that one. And then we have 4 film favorites. And it's Kissing Cousins, Live a Little, Love a Little, Girl Happy, and Tickle Me. I haven't gotten to watch Girl Happy yet, but I have watched 3 of these 4, and they're all really good. And then we have, actually, let me do some of my books. I do have 3 books. Uh-oh, my headphones fell out. 1 second. Alright, so found this one at Half Price Books. It was only like $3, and normally these are like 15 to 20. Really good find. Last Train to Memphis. I haven't gone to read that one yet, but I do hear it's a really good book. This one is a poem book. It's just a lot of poems about his life, basically. Let me see if I can find a page. Just like, looks like that. A lot of little poems. And then Me and a Guy Named Elvis. That's a really good book. I did end up reading this one, and I really liked it. It was just about this guy named Jerry Schilling. It was one of his friends. I think that's how you say his name. It was just one of his friends when he was younger, and they grew up together, and he was basically one of his bodyguards. So do recommend reading that book. Oh, cannot forget this one. Alright, got the Stamp Collection book. I found this one at the flea market too. I'm finding a lot of stuff at the flea market, so like I said, if you're looking for any vintage items, they do have a lot at the flea market. So this is what the book looks like out of its case. It's really neat. It has, on the front page, it has him and the table of contents. It has a lot of different people. Let me find what page he's on. He's on page 14, I think. There we go. But he has a page in here, and this is basically a stamp collector's book, so the stamps I'll show you, you just put them in the squares that you find. So the book came with all these stamps, just a lot of random stamps, but he does have that top stamp right there. That is an Elvis Collector stamp. It's really cool. The rest of these are just random, like plants and some other historical people. Like there's Dina Washington, Buddy Holly, Otis Redding. Sorry, I can't even talk. That's fine. But really cool stamps, and really good for collectors. Really cute too. Then we're going to move on to my records. I have quite a bit, so it might take me a moment. I'll start with these. So there's this one. It's really cool. I have also some cool. The next one we have is a really cool one. It's called Moody Blue. I found out this the other day. I didn't actually look at the record itself, but the record is actually blue, and it's one of his. They made this after he died, so I don't think he had it before, but it's a really neat one. His blue record. Let me get this off the way. 1 second. And then we have Clambake, one of his movies. On stage. Found most of these at Half Price Books. There's also some at Music and Memories and Melodies. Memories and Melodies, that's what it's called. And then we have another one of his movies. And I do have a duplicate of this one. I have the CD of that too. Oh, I dropped it again. Okay, next one. This was my first record I got from him, The Essentials. And I think it has like 4 different CDs. And Elvis Aloha from Hawaii. There's this one. It's cool because this one, you can open it up and it says hello from all over the world. Really neat. Okay, and then there is another one of his movies. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I don't know if my audio is working or not. And that's the one movie I haven't gotten to watch. Let's Be Friends. Burn in Love, one of his original hits. And then this one, I think this is a church one, pretty sure. And then the next one, Frankie and Johnny, really cool. I haven't gotten to listen to it yet, but I think it's pretty good. Blue Hawaii, I think The Essentials was my first one, but I think this was my second one. But this one was also a really good movie. These are just like tapes and documentaries. I don't think it's a record, but it's just his tapes and audio on there. And then got Elvis in Hollywood. This one's kind of falling apart, but it's his Christmas record. And then we got his Volume 3 Golden Record. Some of these are priced like a lot on eBay and Amazon, so good finds for $2 and $3. We're down to our last records. Got GI Blues, one of my favorite records. This was the best movie, I think. Okay, so then we got this Christmas record. This still has its tape on it and stuff just because it was my grandma's and I didn't want to take it off. Then another one of his movie records. Another copy of Flaming Star. Oh, don't mind that picture. Okay, this was also one of my first ones. I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think The Essentials was my first one. I think it was this one, because this was also for my grandma. So there's that one. Another one of my first ones. Then we got a gospel record. Legendary Performer. Burning Love Again. I have a few of the same ones. This is Volume 4. And then Separate Ways. This is the one he wrote for Priscilla after all that stuff happened. Oh dear, I like ruined my stand. Like it's so empty now. Oh, I forgot to show you the playing cards. Let me set my phone back up. Okay, so these were also from my wait, I can't even, what? This is from my grandma. These are Elvis playing cards. Let me open it so I can show you. Okay. These are really neat playing cards. They have his face on most of them. Or actually all of them, now that I think about it. But, I'll just go through them, I guess. They all have his face. Really neat playing cards. I haven't used them for actually playing though, because I don't want to ruin them. Obvious, I guess. Um, I do have just a few more things once I get these back in the box. Okay. Then me and my friends did Secret Santa at school, so I told my friends I liked Elvis, and my Secret Santa got me a photo. Shout out to Miriam. Got you. Don't really want to take this one off, but this is a video, so. My grandma got me this one. It was signed, signature. Really cool. And then I believe that's almost it. I do have an Elvis shirt. I'm not gonna undo the. And then let me flip it around. But so that is my Elvis costume. I wore that on Halloween. I actually was brave enough to wear it to school. First time in forever. And then finally, let me turn around. I have my Elvis plates. There's that one. And I guess I'll just go through it. I have the stamp for that. Alright, so I think that's basically the end of my live stream. I mean, other than these photos. We're not going to talk about that, though. There's that one. Not really sure what else to do on a live stream, because that's all the Elvis stuff I got. But, there's also The Outsiders. That's a really, really good book. It's by S.E. Hinton, and I read this back in 7th grade. It was a really good book. I found that at Goodwill. It was a really good find, because normally Goodwill doesn't have too much, like, I don't know, stuff I like. Then we have, oh dear, we're going to take that off. We have Grease, John Travolta, and Grease soundtrack. Really cool. And then that's basically it. Not much more to this live stream, I guess. I guess I'll just end it. I hope you guys have a great day and a Merry, Merry Christmas.